video, a new live stream. Here's my new chair. As you can see, it looks pretty brand new and it's awesome. uh, it feels awesome. Sitting on it feels so good. Now, it is not perfect. Well, I mean, I would say that the perfect dream chair is always the most, like, the most ginormous, most comfortable one, but this is pretty comfortable. It is quite small, but it is totally worth having. I like it. I really like it. So, as you can see, I'm feeling it. It feels good. Even this feels good. Okay. It's been so long since I live streamed, and what was my last live stream about? Just me ranting. So, I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful day. Now, I want to give you an health update. I still have all those problems with the ears and the lymph nodes and all those other things, but I've noticed something. Yesterday, I've noticed something. Yesterday, I looked in the mirror, and on my left eye, I noticed something very, very disturbing, a red spot. Now, this isn't like one of those things where you rub your eye and it becomes red. No, this seems like a permanent spot. And it is slightly paining. I don't even know what I did. I don't even know what happened. There's a red dot, and to the side of the red dot, there's a couple of different colors, slight red, like just squiggly lines. But there is that strange dot that's just so bizarre. Never had that before. Maybe I did and I forgot, but honestly, seeing a red dot does scare me. Just seeing all these things scare me because anytime I see something, I worry, I stress, and nothing goes well. Nothing ever goes well. And this year was one of those years. Um, especially like towards the ending, things just felt worse. I'm not sure if it is worse. I don't even know. I think it is worse. Oh, no, no, I don't think so. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's nothing at all. I don't even know. But I think it's just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side, I rather just think that this um, possibly could be something bad, but it could not. Who knows? Sorry, I just don't really know what to say. Anytime I say something, something will happen, so I just don't want to continue talking about this. But yeah, it does have a slight tingle to it, a very awful pain, something akin to a migraine, but a very slight one. Anyways, we also painted the room. I'm sure you can see it doesn't look that bad, but um, when you look at it in real life, you will notice you will notice that um, it's not fully painted. Certain spots you will see the previous color because this paint we used for the walls require at least 3 or 4 coats. The first coat is so bad you could see the previous paint. The second coat helped, but you can still see a lot of yellow in it. But still, the previous color was this yellow, and we got that painted 2017, early 2017, and now this is basically late 2023. It's strange because the walls get so dirty. From the camera, it looks like gray, but when you stand in front of it, it looks like a very bright blue. The color that we purchased was summer ash. It does not look like summer ash, but on the camera, it does. It does look like summer ash on the camera, but in real life, it literally looks like blue, like a light blue color. So yeah, when we went to buy the paint, there weren't that many paint colors, like really good paint colors. There were different shades of white and brown, but then again, why would I want that? There was also textured paint. I never had textured paint before. I wonder how that feels. I really wonder how that feels because this paint is so soft with slight bumps, but I really wonder how the textured paint will feel on this wall, on these walls. So, anyways, what else can I talk about? So this chair is wonderful. The armrest is pretty low, but I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that because the entire chair itself is so comfortable. I like it. It's very straight compared to my previous chair. And it is so far pretty fast. What really slowed my previous chair was, I would say, multiple things. It was breaking, it was slowly breaking, and I think a lot of hair strands got stuck in those wheels and dust, and that's what caused my previous chair to break slowly. But I still had problems with the back, and I kept sliding frontward. I don't even know why. I guess because it was positioned in a strange way. It was built in a strange way. There are some chairs you must never buy, and do not ever get into gaming chairs. I think the best gaming chair would possibly be a flat one, but then again, just get a simple office chair. A simple office chair is so much better. It saves money as well. This was more cheaper than my previous chair. That's just amazing. Now, there is this fake leather on it, but there's also just cushion. Yeah, so you know what? I feel like if I keep scratching it on my own, it's gonna cause a problem. If I take care of it, it won't. So yeah. Anyways, hmm. What else? What else can I show you? Not much actually. Not much. So, hmm. I haven't. I haven't. I haven't really made a video in a while. I made like 3 YouTube shorts. I actually made 4, but I only posted 3. And those 3 are doing quite well. They aren't getting in the hundreds, but they're doing okay, which is good. It's good. I expected YouTube Shorts to be much better. There is something definitely wrong with basically the the what do you call it? The algorithm. There's something definitely wrong with that because at times when I live stream, obviously my live streams don't reach 100 views or even 200. They possibly reach 15 or 16 or less than 100 or less than 50. That's really going to impact my next video and people are going to see it less. I don't even know if I don't even know how many people clicked the bell icon for my channel. Back in the day, you did not need that. All you just clicked was subscribe, then you got notifications. Now you know you have this specific type of a specific type of bell. But even a couple years ago when they introduced the bell, it was still pretty simple. Then they just made it more complex by adding more options. That was just unnecessary. They should have not done that at all. This is the problem now. This is the problem with YouTube. But then again, back in 2019, I remember complaining about something of YouTube, and then now we're having problems. What else can I talk about? I'm sorry if the camera is shaking. I'm trying to stand very still. Hmm. Okay. So it is. Okay. Thoughts on Lady Ballers initially being a documentary, only for the fact that no women's league, no women's league would actually take in men in the way it is depicted. Also, how no one was willing to go. Wait. How? Okay, wait. Let me read it one more time. Also, how no one was willing to go on HRT for it. So, when it comes to, I never watched Lady Ballers. I never watched it. I can't watch it because I don't think I can even access Daily Wire's full content without being an American. I'm not an American, so I can't access that content. Um, okay, so it was obviously meant to be satire. You know, it was obviously taken to the extreme when it came to their comedy. You know, because obviously, right now in current time, if just a man with a beard wanted to enter any female sports, they would be told no, unless they go on HRT, then they would be allowed to. But if they just had a beard or whatever, obviously people would say no. For now, I say for now because things will change possibly 6, 7 years from now, and that might be the norm. Um, Also, how no one was will okay. Also, how no one was willing to go on HRT for it. So from what I've heard, it's supposed to be a documentary, and I don't know if I misheard this or not, but from what I've from what I've heard, I think they're supposed to go on HRT, or I don't even know. Maybe I misheard something, or maybe it was a joke. But I did hear something about them supposed to take HRT or something like that. I don't even know why that would be a suggestion for why they would even think of doing that. But that's what something I heard. I actually heard Jeremy, the CEO, mention something like that. So I'm not sure if he's joking. Okay. Anyways, wait. Okay. So okay, this is not even focusing properly. I can't even rotate it. Now there's a specific option to make sure that your phone can either be vertical or horizontal. You can't just flip it around like that. You can't do that anymore. Maybe you can on this, and I don't really know. Nope, I don't think I can. That's ridiculous. I would like to flip it. I would really like to flip it anytime. Sometimes vertical, or I don't even know. I forgot which is vertical, which is horizontal, but I rather just flip it anytime because I'm holding the phone, so it's going to be a bit better to just move around, shake around. So I did wrap up some gifts today. I got some packages today, and I can't show you the box because my addresses are on it, but I will say that, okay, what role should trans people play in society? How closely should they adhere to heteronormative/traditional gender roles? If people like them and yourself are looking to subvert your birth genders, I feel like, well, okay, here's the thing. For me, I think most of the time, most trans people will go to the very traditional role, but I have seen a few that don't fit into that role. For me, I'm fine if they don't really fit deep into that role. They don't have to be, if you're transitioning into a woman, you don't you don't have to be the ultimate feminine person. But a lot of trans women do want to be very feminine, so they basically just focus on that, and I think that's fine. I think gender roles are fine if people want it, and yeah, I think it's fine. And I feel like, especially if people fit the gender roles, they would be more accepted. They would be more accepted. I guess that's what I saw. So yeah, but maybe in some places people will still respect them and accept them regardless of whatever gender roles they choose. Okay. Oh, now it's focusing well. Okay. Okay, for some reason it focuses and then it doesn't focus. I wish I had more things to show. I don't really have that many things to show. Hmm. Oh, okay. Um, all right. What else can I talk about? I did buy a new video game this week when I went to buy my chair. And even though I'm having fun with the video game, I'm slightly regretting it. I'm slightly regretting buying it. You know, there's nothing wrong with buying something you would have fun with, but at the same time, I'm having regret. Last year, when I purchased my chess set, I convinced myself at first to purchase it. And then when I purchased it, I just regretted it. It was so cringy. It was so annoying because I wasted so much, not so much for my chess set, but for a new video game, it is expensive and I should have not purchased that. You know, as much as I like a new video game, some of them are very expensive and I ended up, spending like $60 basically on a new video game. And the thing is, I don't have that much money every single time. I don't have that type of money. So the game is fun. The game is fun. The problem is, I just feel like maybe I should have waited. Maybe I should have not purchased it. Sometimes I have these thoughts where I just don't want to even do anything because maybe I purchased by mistake, or maybe now I regret something, so I just don't feel like even playing it now. I feel so strange. So last year, I purchased this, even though it was quite cheap compared to anything else. I still regret having it. It's so pointless. I barely played with it. Barely played with it. I know it is magnetic. It's a chess and checkers set. Barely played with it. It was so ridiculous. I think I made a video on it on both channels. You can see how much dust there is. So much dust. Yeah, so I do have regrets when it comes to buying stuff. And even if it's something that it's really fun, I still will regret it. I feel like I just should not buy too much things because then I realize I have less to spend, or I have less to buy other things, like important things, like really important things. So yeah, I would like to buy more important things now. I just don't really feel to buy for myself anymore. I don't even know why. I'm just scared of buying anything for myself because I will end up regretting it, you know? Even if it's something very small or very cheap, I feel like I'm going to end up regretting it. Oh wow. Years ago when I was younger, I used to spend anything I had, which wasn't a lot, but anytime I had something, I had to spend it. I had to spend it. And I ended up buying so many useless things. Even in 2019, one of my best Christmases I've ever experienced. 2019 Christmas was one of my favorites. You know, the entire December, it was so good. But at the same time, I remember spending so much. I spent so much on a few pointless things, and I realized I should have not done that. I should have not done that whatsoever. I should have at least saved for the next year. But when I was young, just a few years ago, I did not really care. And only when you get older, you start to care. And now, when things are so bad, I'm caring, which it feels a bit silly because I should have been caring when things were good, because those times when everything is good, then everything just makes sense. Okay, wait. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry for not reading it. I just skipped. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so sorry about that. Sorry, I was just for a second I did not see the third comment. Thoughts on the Katie Cox abortion situation, where she was denied an abortion by Texas for a fetus diagnosed with a deadly disease, and that a pregnancy was something she wanted. Um, I don't know the full story on that yet. I don't know the full story on that yet. I know I'm supposed to know these things, But for the past few weeks, I've been really ignoring these stories because I've been so busy with so many things. So I'll look into that a bit more deeper. I swear I may have scrolled past something like this, but you know, there's so many stories like this I possibly scroll past. So I need to do a proper deep dive into the story. But when it comes to when it comes to the entire abortion thing, I still feel like there should be a way to save both the mother and the child. There should always be a way. And I'm sure maybe in the future there will be a way where you can save both. You'll end up saving both. I think that's one of the best things about modern technology. We will one day be able to save everyone, no matter who they are or how they look or whatever. So yeah, I will look into the story. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So I just did not see that comment scroll past. For some reason, YouTube is just basically folding the comments. So instead of showing it on my full screen, they're just showing it on a small section of my screen. So I thought there were no new comments. I just did not read it quickly enough. Okay. So, hmm. Yesterday I also did some cleaning and I threw away my old microphone. Finally did it. It took like a few years to finally throw it away. Besides, I don't even have a working laptop to even use a microphone. And all the other microphones, it's so hard to find. I had plenty of microphones, from the small clip on ones to the headphone ones. I had so many. And many of them broke, many of them just weren't perfect. And if they were perfect, they broke so quickly. So, this is my microphone stand, and it's a bit dusty. I haven't dusted it in such a long time, besides yesterday, but I still could not even go deep. Even the cable of it, I think, doesn't work. Okay, the science isn't there now to save both mother and child. At cesarean, a cesarean is possible, but it can drastically reduce the ability for a woman to be able to be hospitable for a child. Okay, so a cesarean is possible. Hmm. Hmm. A ces- Then, if it's possible, wouldn't there also be other types of centers that can also assist her? Because I do know that there are those pregnancy centers, and I'm sure they do have the technology to possibly, do a cesarean and help both mother and child. Okay, I do apologize if you hear anything in the background, any noise or anyone talking in the background. I actually supposed to do um screen live stream where I was just gonna show certain stuff I had, but I needed to download the app to do that type of live stream because honestly I have content, but at the same time I'm just a bit lazy, even lazy to do something like YouTube. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really wish I had more things to talk about, like to show, because I really want to show stuff. I just don't really know what to show. I don't really know what else to show on anything, you know? Because sometimes I worry, like, what if I show something and then something happens? I don't want to be boast about what I have. I don't like boasting. Do you think, okay, do you think that trans is only political for politicians, particularly on the right, to galvanize their supporters while they pass tax cuts and environmental protection removals? Um, no, I don't think it's a distraction. I do believe a lot of people genuinely care for what's going on. You will get a few people who don't care, you just don't care at all. But yeah, for the most part, this is a cultural issue that should be looked upon on both sides. And because there are radical things happening, and some of the radical things happening, if you don't address it, it'll continue to a point where it's going to be unachievable to address one day in the future. So yeah, I have noticed, however, it has gotten more popular. The discussions on the trans issues, it has gotten more popular. But there were people for years talking about this, discussing this, saying, talking about the side effects, talking about the bad things, and stuff like that. So you're always going to find true people, even some politicians, they might be honest about something for once. Maybe they're honest about this, but I don't know. You always will get a mixed bag and how people will behave. And for the most parts, now I feel like we still need to have this conversation. We still have to have it. And that's the big problem as well with having this conversation because it's gotten to a point where it feels like it really feels like it's either a left versus right debate when it's more nuanced than that. It's more nuanced than left versus right. It's good that people are talking about it, but I think we really need more balance when it comes to this conversation, especially when it comes to detransitioners. Anytime I would read, the detransition subreddit, I will always see things about them complaining that their entire movement just feels so right leaning, or they feel like they're just being used. I can understand that because now it's just this heavy right wing presence on that side, which most of them are not right wing. Most of them are just neither. I don't think most of them are very political, but if they are, they will be basically left wing. So yeah, but at the same time, this is the best they have right now. I feel like when things get more balanced, then they'll be happy about that. But yeah, it does feel unfair at times. It does feel unfair at times for the detransitioners when it comes to uh, you know the political stuff because they feel like they're only stuck on this one side. They don't believe in most of the stuff. I know for a fact they are not right wingers. Most of them aren't. Most of them don't care about politics. So obviously they will feel a bit alienated and estranged, and they will just wish things are more balanced. Um, but anyways, that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I really also want to say that I think it's not just a left and right issue. It's something that's just middle ground, because I'm sure you'll have a lot of people on the left and on the right find reason on this topic. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really wish I live streamed something else. I really wish I could record my screen. I need to download an app just for that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.